Hey, I wanted to show off these Busmaster boards that I just created. It's really to help design or work with 8-bit computers as you're going through the build phase. And so I thought I would show it off by showing off. So this mess over here is my program counter. And then we've got two of the Busmasters hooked up. This bottom one is hooked to the bus, and the top one is just hooked to a few of the control wires. So mainly the output enable from the 245 here, and then some multiplexer selectors here. And I thought I would show off how these boards work by demonstrating the use of the ALU. And I've got the clock up here. Or I'm sorry, not ALU, but the program counter. So to start off, we'll just do a normal single step of the program counter. So this board, I have the output disabled, which means it's reading from the bus, all red, so that means all lines are grounded. And so how these work is basically I use resistors to do a voltage divider, and then I use comparators to test each bit to see if it's 5 volts or ground. And then I have these LEDs that show the status. So you'll see the middle row is blue. That means floating. And the top row is green, as you see up here, which means it's all 5 volts. Okay, let's give this a try. So right now I am, these two are up. That's good. So I'm in single step mode. So as soon as I hit the clock button, we'll see the address here, this light, go on. We'll also see this, because it is in monitor mode, change because I'm outputting to the bus. So let's see that. There we go. And it's just counting by 1. So I can run free here, and you can see this board is mirroring those LEDs there. So really just showing me the status of the bus. Let me stop that and reset. Okay, now that we're reset, what I want is to turn off the output enable. And so I'm going to flip that switch. You saw that these go to blue. Now the 245 is no longer driving the bus. And so since nothing's driving it, they're floating. And so we have the indicator of blue here. Blue means I'm safe now to drive the bus with this board. And so what I want to do is I want to do a relative jump. And the way I have my program counter working is it can read from the bus the size of that relative bus or relative jump. And so I need to enable that, and I'm going to do it with that. I don't know if you can see that green light right there. That indicates that I am on relative jump mode. And I'm going to turn this guy on. We're going to, since we are reading floating, we're safe to drive the bus, so I'll flip that on. Now we're driving the bus, so everything's grounded except for this one, which is actually the 2's place. What that means is I should be jumping relatively by 2 every time. So when I hit the clock, we'll see the second light light up, and it'll go 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's try that. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, and then I can hit that, and it's just going to count up by 2. I can, of course, change this. If I want to jump by, that'd be 6. And you can see now it's jumping by 6, just 4. All right, cool. That works. So let me reset here. And now I want to do an absolute jump. So I'm going to turn that off and that on. You probably can't tell. There's 2 LEDs down there, but that's the sign for the absolute jump. The absolute jump is going to read from the bus, and it's going to jump straight to that address. So I'm going to program in an address down here that I want to see on the bus. And we'll just do something recognizable every other toggle. So when I hit the step button, we'll now see every other light light up on the program counter. So let's do that. Here we go. And if I run that free, of course, because it's, static, we're jumping to that same address all the time. But I mean, I can change it real time and jump to a different address. So that's it. This is the Busmaster. It has two modes. One is the monitor mode, and I can disable this. I can disable this, and we're counting up by ones. Since this is disabled, we're going to enable output, and now we're reading from the bus and showing that here. So that's the monitor mode. And then I showed through relative jump and absolute jumps how we switch from monitor to, driving the bus from these boards. Well, that's it. That's what I wanted to show. I can put the files and descriptions and stuff if anybody wants them, definitely let me know. But this is my program counter for my new 8-bit build. I'm going to work on getting this whole thing into PCBs for real, solid work. Anyway, hope you all liked it. Bye.